The birth date of Jesus Christ remains a great mystery in history and theology. The Bible does not specify the exact date of his birth, leading many to question the true origin of the Christmas holiday. Some scholars believe there may be hidden clues within the biblical texts, waiting to be discovered and deciphered. This lack of direct information has generated many hypotheses and debates spanning centuries. Exploring the birth date of Jesus Christ is not only historically significant, but also opens new perspectives on religious values and traditions. The Gospels do not specify the exact birth date of Jesus, leading researchers and believers to propose various hypotheses about this timing. In the historical context, early Christian communities did not focus on determining the birth date, but emphasized the spiritual significance of the event. By the 4th century, the Church in Rome chose December 25th as Christmas Day to align with traditional Roman festivals such as Saturnalia and Sol Invictus. This choice carried both religious meaning and helped Christianity grow stronger within Roman society. This decision laid the foundation for the Christmas celebration tradition worldwide today. The fact that the shepherds were out in the fields at the time of Jesus' birth is a noteworthy detail. According to the traditional livestock farming in this region, shepherds usually stay out in the fields only during the warm months, when the weather is favorable for grazing the herds. This suggests a high likelihood that this event did not occur in winter, when the cold climate makes staying outdoors difficult. Based on this evidence, many researchers believe that the time of Jesus' birth may have been in spring or autumn, rather than December, as is commonly mentioned. The census, conducted by Caesar Augustus, was an important event in Roman history, aimed at population statistics and tax collection. However, the timing of this census was often carefully chosen to facilitate people traveling back to their hometowns to register. Organizing the census in winter was unlikely, as harsh weather conditions would greatly hinder travel, especially for those who had to travel long distances. Additionally, winter in the Judea region was usually cold and rainy, making large gatherings inconvenient and dangerous. Therefore, historians believe that this census most likely took place during a warmer season of the year, when travel and organization were easier. Many scholars have studied the timing of the priest Zechariah's service in the temple, based on the regulations regarding the division of priestly groups in the books of Luke and the Old Testament. The event of Zechariah receiving the prophecy about the birth of John the Baptist created an important timeline from which the birth time of Jesus can be inferred. Some hypotheses suggest that if Zechariah's service coincided with the Feast of Tabernacles, then the birth date of Jesus could also fall around this time. The Feast of Tabernacles is the occasion when the Jews commemorate the presence of God among his people, which enhances the symbolic significance of the birth of the Savior. Although there is no definitive conclusion yet, the connection between Zechariah's priestly service and the Jewish festivals opens up many interesting perspectives on the historical context of this event. Astronomers have studied much evidence to explain the phenomenon of the Star of Bethlehem mentioned in ancient documents. A prominent hypothesis suggests that it was the result of a rare event, a special alignment of major planets such as Jupiter and Venus, around the time believed to be close to the birth year of Jesus Christ. These planets appeared close to each other in the sky, creating a bright point that observers could clearly notice. This astronomical event not only attracted the attention of ancient astrologers, but was also recorded in historical documents. Modern analyses show that such a planetary alignment could indeed have occurred and served as a special sign during that period. December 25th has long been regarded as a symbol of the return of light, marking the transition between darkness and hope. In Christian tradition, this day is not only a celebration of the birth of Jesus, but is also associated with biblical prophecies about the coming of a Savior who brings light to humanity. The spiritual significance of this day goes beyond outward rituals, emphasizing renewal and new beginnings for each person. The connection between the symbol of light and the birth of Jesus reminds us of faith, hope, and love spreading throughout life. This is a time for everyone to focus on profound values, seeking peace and the true meaning of the holiday season. Based on the reign of King Herod, historians have redefined the historical timeline regarding the birth year of Jesus Christ. Records indicate that Jesus may have been born around the final years of Herod's reign, that is, between 6 and 4 BC. Clarifying this timing helps us gain a deeper understanding of the historical and social context of that period. Although that era was full of difficulties and instability, the birth of Jesus is still seen as a symbol of hope amid darkness. The belief in a better future spread, providing motivation for many to overcome challenges. Reflecting on the eternal significance of the birth of Jesus Christ goes beyond historical timelines. This event is not merely a day in the past, but also holds profound spiritual value for humanity. His appearance symbolizes hope, love, and salvation. For many, the meaning of this event lies in the renewal of the soul and faith in goodness. Although time passes, the message of compassion and forgiveness always remains, inspiring daily life. The true meaning of the birth of Christ is not confined to the days on the calendar. It is a timeless value, always present in the hearts of believers, regardless of the generation. This event reminds us of the love, hope, and salvation that the Lord brings. Although time passes, that message remains alive, inspiring each person to continue preserving and spreading the faith. It is this faith that has connected generations, creating a strong and compassionate community.